síbẹ̀.
Minutes past 3 from the studios of Ayedatiwa FM. Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of Art of the Matter. We apologize for coming behind schedule. We seriously and profusely apologize. My name is Major Daniels. My guest did not get to the studio on time. I'm being joined by Barrister Ajisafe this afternoon, and also we're expecting another guest. You're welcome on the program.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
So on the program this afternoon, we'll be talking about development in Ondo State. What has been happening in Ondo State. Rotimi Akeredolu came back from medical vacation, and he had been in Ibadan all the while, and then eventually he transmitted power to the deputy governor, who is now the acting governor, that is Lucky Ayedatiwa. We're talking about that and some other things. So let's begin this way, Barrister Ajisafe. Ayedatiwa is the acting governor now.
Yes.
A lot of people would expect that all the back and forth before now would have gone down. But that has not happened. Why is that?
Thank you very much. It has not happened because certain people do not want it to happen. Interest. People who are not disposed to peace, people who have interest to protect, people who have something to gain from the continuous and the continuing crisis, then the man who is at the center of the issue, and I'm referring specifically this time around to the deputy governor, who is now the acting governor. He himself is not interested in making sure that there is peace.
Well, why do you say so?
Yeah.
Because one of the things that we're hearing is that there are so many people within the cabinet in Ondo State who want to be governor next year,
yes,
who want to contest in the APC primaries.
Yes.
For instance, we're hearing that the acting governor is interested.
Yes.
People like Wale Akintayiwa of the Commissioner for Finance is also interested, and that all this interest, clash of all this interest, is why we're seeing all this interplay of forces, this back and forth.
Listen.
So when you say people who have something to protect,
yes,
to protect, who have interest to protect, there are people who say that you're on one of these sides. That you're also supporting somebody who also has interest. You're speaking for somebody who also has interest.
Yes, Dimeji, I'm a bona fide member of the APC, and I'm a true born of Ondo State. I'm a Nigerian. I have a right to have interest in the political development growth of my state. Let's take that apart. All these other people who we are saying are interested, of course, they equally have a right to contest. But that is not enough reason for a man who is reputed, who is regarded as the team leader. Ayedatiwa, as the deputy governor, is the vice chairman of the State Executive Council. When the governor is
and he's now the acting chairman.
Yes. When the governor is not around, he has a constitutional power. His role is constitutionally flavored to be the leader of the team in the absence of the governor. Are you saying there are no crises? Are you saying there are no contending interests or challenges when Aketi was there? There are, but the capacity to manage crisis.
Aketi was not planning to contest. Aketi is in his second term.
What I'm saying is that whether he's planning to contest, we are only looking at it from the narrow prism of the fact that it's because people want to contest. Yes, people want to contest, but the fact that what you people are not seeing, what you are not deposing your mind to, is the fact that someone is in the office who wanted his boss out of that seat by all means possible.
Why,
and that's
why would you say that?
With the reason
what have you seen to make you
so many things?
Reach that conclusion?
One. When let me just start from when they came back from Abuja
during the first time.
Yes, I expected anybody will have rallied the troops together. Gentlemen, it's not just saying by mouth, gentlemen, well, we have reached this point, let's gather together, let us move. He didn't do that. There are non-state actors, people that you never see in Ondo State. One, when Ondo State is in crisis, a crisis that they are needed, you never see them offer help to Ondo State. They became chairman of anti Akeredolu in Abuja. People who their role has always been, when you look at the trajectory of their political life and their personal life, they have always been interested in crisis. They move from this person to this person, 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 this political party to this political party. They go back, come back, go back, come back, without having a sense of decorum. These are people that are aligned with the deputy governor, pushing his position. That is number one. Let me give you very specific examples. Okay. This second time they came back. Okay, the deputy governor should be made the acting governor, which is a constitutional issue.
There shouldn't be any problem about it.
Yes, which had been done. As at the time they were advocating for it, they were advocating for the wrong thing. They were pushing the wrong thing. The constitution never supported them there. They should go and study the constitution.
Never all of them where?
When they were saying Aketi should relinquish power, because they were using one word. Aketi is incapacitated. And as at that period, even that period, yesterday, today and tomorrow, Aketi was not at any point in time incapacitated. What they could say is that Aketi was not at the best of his physical health.
When you say he was not incapacitated,
the constitution is clear.
Did you see the governor?
I didn't see him, but I spoke to him. I told people that I spoke to the governor, and those who related with the governor said the governor is okay.
Those who related with him. This is politics.
Yes,
that is why there are so many sides to this story. Please go ahead.
Yes, when there are so many sides to it, the constitution has laid out under section 189 of the constitution.
Yes.
The constitution talks of permanent incapacitation. Permanent incapacitation. Section 89 of the constitution. And I can read it to you. Section 189, I mean.
Yeah,
Section 189. It said the governor or deputy governor of a state shall cease to hold office. If by a resolution passed by a 2/3 majority of all members of the executive council of the state, it is declared that the governor or deputy governor is incapable of discharging the function of his office. And B, the declaration in paragraph A of this subsection is verified after such medical examination as may be necessary by a medical panel established under subsection 4 of this section in his report to the Speaker of the House of Assembly. Let's now go to subsection 4. The medical panel to which this section relates shall be appointed by the Speaker of the House of Assembly of the state and shall comprise 5 medical practitioners in Nigeria. You see, the people may disagree with this 1999 constitution, but it has made it very clear that even non-lawyers.
When do you at what point, Barrister Ajisafe?
Yes.
Do we have to decide whether a governor, a state governor, is incapable of discharging his duties?
That is as laid down by the constitution. The people now, that have to
because
do that.
You mentioned you're quoting the law. Your the constitution.
Yes,
I also have my own copy.
Please
here.
go ahead.
You are saying when you're mentioning total incapacity, the constitution does not anywhere mention. It does not use the word total incapacity.
No, permanent incapacity.
The constitution does not
Mr.
does not
Mr.
anywhere.
Dimeji.
Just wait a minute. The where you've just read, the constitution does not use that particular word. Now, if you one of the functions of the governor, as specified by the constitution, is that the governor is expected to hold regular meetings.
Mr. Dimeji.
Just a minute.
No, wait a minute.
Governor,
You said you were saying I was wrong. But
I said that particular word.
Please
that
look
particular
at,
word.
Look,
where you just read. Read it out. If you can see permanent.
Look at the side of the constitution.
If you can see.
Look at it. Let me point
read it out. If you can see permanent.
Look at it.
No, don't have it here. Read it out. Don't let's argue about it. Read it out if you can see the
permanent incapacity of governor or deputy governor. Look at it by the side.
No, let me show you. Where you're reading section.
Section 189.
Now,
look at the.
Now, yes. One of the functions of the governor.
Look at the reciter.
Just a minute.
Section 189. Please,
just
because I want you to.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
We are on air.
Just a minute.
Lawyer comes here.
Just a minute. By Ajisafe, we don't have to argue about this.
Okay.
Now, one of the functions of the governor.
No, don't let us go to the function. Let us agree
to
the fact that there is permanent incapacity.
I'm the one in charge of this program. Please. Okay. Now, one of the functions of the governor is that he is expected to hold regular meetings with his cabinet. If he's not able to do that, would you call that incapacitation?
It could be incapacitation, but it cannot translate to permanent incapacitation.
So if that is not able to happen, what would you expect the normal thing to be done? Would you not expect that?
That is what the constitution
power should have been transmitted to the deputy governor.
If power is to be transmitted to the deputy governor, there is a process, there is a procedure. But I said some non-state actors.
Who are these non-state actors?
There are many people who we've never seen when Ondo State actually needs them. When Owo was attacked, we never saw them to come to Ondo State to come and protest. Persons like Showore. People
he's
like
not from Ondo State.
You
said at some point at the beginning of this program there's a bona fide individual of Ondo State that you have a right.
Dimeji.
Showore is also an individual of Ondo State.
Dimeji.
So I'm saying he does not have a right.
Let me make my point. Please, let me make my point so that those who are listening to us will understand. I'm saying they have a right, but you don't come to Ondo State to push positions only when it is convenient for you. Not only when it is convenient for you, when you have something to benefit, when your family are benefiting and they still want something to benefit. That is not only when you want to come to Ondo State to push position. You come to Ondo State to push when it is convenient and not convenient to come and help the people of Ondo State. When Owo was attacked, the entirety of Ondo State was attacked, we never saw you. When herdsmen was on prowl in Ondo State, we never saw them. When NSAS happened and people were donating, they were doing everything, even in their villages, we never saw them. When COVID happened, we never saw these people. But today, or this period, because they hated Akeredolu, because many of them lost the election, they believe that Akeredolu did not give them appointment. Akeredolu did not give them, when they want to go, they now started saying. And we have a deputy governor as at then, in person of Honorable Mr. Ayedatiwa, who never looked back. Understood that when he was nobody politically, Akeredolu brought him up. And now, and why I'm now saying this is that he has a right to be the acting governor. He has acted 4 times before this period. See, Akeredolu, for one reason or the other, refused to yield power to. And in fact, Akeredolu was in Nigeria. Akeredolu is in Nigeria. Akeredolu is still writing. Akeredolu is still talking. Akeredolu is still visible. Akeredolu is still eating, and you people are saying let him keep power. Some people are just using words unnecessarily, and that's why I insist that the Constitution under Section 188
power has been transmitted.
Yes.
Now. What has the governor, the acting governor, done on since then?
What I will not say he has done something wrong. He has not done something wrong, but he's about to do something wrong.
What?
He has. When you look at the two memo or letter or whatever that come out from the deputy governor's office, which he superintended, which came direct from me. One was the issue of the house. I mean the LCDA. You could see that I have some interest in the arts, so I understand some little bit of grammar. Are you getting me? When you read the lines very well, you could pointedly see that what is being said there. That's number one. The honorable commissioner.
What is being said?
Yes, because the first memo was to the fact that local government, they should not treat. They should not go ahead with. They said they didn't freeze local government, but they could not sign checks. They could not do this. They could not do that. Another one came. What is the essence of writing that the chief of protocol to the governor will not be signing? Those are needless. If it is not an idea to raise up some provoke discourse and set agenda, then finally a memo came out from a press release came from the honorable commissioner for information, which would have been ordered by the acting governor, where he said they have not done this, they have not done that, they have not freezed the account of the local government, and they have not pretended they have not suspended the chief of protocol, but that they have the capacity, something like that, I'm just paraphrasing, to do it when the governor has a right, when the acting governor wants to do it. And I'm saying, having read that set me thinking that the deputy governor has no such right. I mean, the acting governor, please pardon my word, the acting governor has no such capacity.
Also,
even the Constitution did not support him. You cannot.
What does the Constitution say about
the Constitution says that a deputy governor shall act on behalf of the governor. The Constitution did not say that. Is, you can find that under Section 190
by
of the Constitution. Now, let me make
okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So when the deputy governor, sometimes ago on Thursday, some of my friends.
Don't forget, he's the acting governor.
I agree.
So let's stop using the word deputy governor. For
okay,
now, he's the acting governor.
Sorry. Please, I withdraw the use of that deputy governor. No insultment. I mean, I replace it with acting governor, which he is constitutionally. And I'm so sorry for using the word deputy governor. The acting governor has no such right. His rights, his limitations extends to the extent of the powers of what the governor has done.
Is that the letter of the Constitution?
That is the letter of the Constitution.
Read it to us.
Section 190 of the
1.
Constitution says, Section 190, whenever the governor is proceeding on vacation or is otherwise unable to discharge the functions of his office, he shall transmit a written declaration to the Speaker of the House of Assembly to that effect, and until he transmits to the Speaker of the House of Assembly a written declaration to the contrary, the deputy governor shall perform the functions of the governor as acting governor.
Yeah.
As acting governor. As acting governor. So when Akeredolu, who is the governor, there cannot be two governors at it. One will be governor, one will be acting governor. For one reason or the other, the acting governor is in place. So if at that moment he said he has his exco and a man who is brought in as a placeholder. The acting governor currently is a placeholder. Is now planning to remove certain members of the ESCO just because he felt that.
And you have your facts.
Yes, I have my facts. And in fact, these non-state actors, they were here some days ago on Thursday last week in this your studio, and they were saying that until certain people are removed from the ESCO or suspended or removed, that the acting governor cannot perform his role. What they are saying basically is that Governor Akeredolu will not come back. And many of them went ahead to even bring out the issue of Ayedatiwa and the issue of Buhari and Oshibajo. And I say that is not correct. What happened in that situation was basically different. A man under authority, the director of DSS, invaded a separate arm of government. He did not only insult, he ridiculed the power of the acting governor in the person of Oshibajo, acting president, sorry, by not informing him of what he wanted to do. That is, at that point, he's trading, he's dealing with the security of Nigeria. And as at that point, even though he had a meeting with him earlier that morning, that was the difference. But here, the people that the acting governor is planning to remove or take to another ministry or another place now that they have concluded. In fact, I have it on good authority, which I know that even there are so many permanent secretaries that he wanted to take around. Well, that is understandable. But this one, I'm saying
Vice
that
Ajisafe.
Ayedatiwa does not have such
Vice Ajisafe.
Yes.
You just read section 190
Yes.
of section 1.
Yes.
Which says whenever the governor is proceeding on vacation
Yes.
and is otherwise unable to discharge the functions
Yes.
of his office, he should transmit a written declaration to the Speaker of the House of Assembly
Yes.
to that effect, and until it transmits to the Speaker of the House of Assembly a written declaration to the contrary, the Deputy Governor shall perform the functions of the governor.
As
Just a minute. Is it not one of the functions of the governor to hire and fire? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it not one of his functions?
the function, yes.
So, if it's one of the functions of the governor to hire and fire, and Ayedatiwa is at the moment
Yes.
carrying out the functions of the governor, does it not show that he's constitutionally empowered to hire and fire?
Fire, yes, I agree with you. But when
So, hiring and firing,
yes.
does that not include, if he wants to, the dissolution of the cabinet or the removal of any commissioner?
Well, for me, you could say it that
Because
way.
the letters, I'm not a lawyer like
No,
you.
no,
but
but you
the letters of the
didn't-
law,
you-
the letters of the law here are so clear.
Dimeji, they are so clear, but you didn't finish reading it. There's a phrase, there's a word
You are saying as acting governor, but the function, don't forget the
As
functions of the
acting-
governor.
as
And when-
acting.
And when you
No,
say, just a minute, when you say
the
function-
operative word there
Vice
is
Ajisafe,
acting.
Vice Ajisafe,
Yes.
the operative
Word is acting.
Another operative word there is also functions. When you say functions of just a minute, when the constitution says functions of the governor, are you saying that there are some functions he can carry out, there are some functions he can't carry out? Is it, are you
Listen,
saying that's
okay,
what
listen,
the
let me explain that. Please give me some time to explain
please
it to
go
you.
ahead.
You see, I want to take this in Yoruba.
Please go ahead.
Tí èèyàn bá fi ẹ̀lẹ̀kẹ̀ bò sí, ó ní nǹkan tó máa ń dálẹ̀. Àìfẹ̀lẹ̀kẹ̀ bò sí, ó máa ń dá wàhálà lẹ̀. That's number one. Àjẹkúlé ní, àbí àjẹkélé ní, ọmọkúlá náà. You have just said it that Ayedatiwa is interested in becoming the governor of the
that
state.
people are saying it.
Yes.
And
I know, I
other
know.
cabinet members.
Yes. Wale Akintayewa is interested in becoming the governor of the state. Our mommy, Princess Oladunni Odu, is interested, and some other members of the ESCO, and other people outside the ESCO.
Yes.
So if you now say, now you have accused certain people, his people around him, my friends around him had accused, they have gone ahead to say that the governor's signature is being forged. And they are pointing accusing fingers at certain people. They said there is a Udu that used to carry document to the governor in Badon and thereabout. They say it's Wale Akitaniwa that is in charge of finances and all the rest. And you cannot forge anything. What they are saying is that. So when you decide now that you want to take Wale Akitaniwa to commerce, you want to take Odu to arts and culture, you want to carry this, you are basically doing exactly what the governor, the current governor in Rivers State just did. You said there was a fire in a section of the whole of the Rivers State House of Assembly that has. Wait a minute, please let me make my point.
Go ahead.
In a section of the House of Assembly in Rivers State, and what you had to do is to bring down the house. Akeredolu had worked with these people for 7.5+ years. You are a placeholder. If you really accept that, just like Mr. President said, you guys go back to Ondo State. Ondo State is a great state. Go and make sure that everything is okay. What I expect the acting governor to do is the acting governor.
But you are not him. You are saying what you expect. You are not the acting.
Yes, but I have the capacity to advise him. I said, if I'm in his position,
let me cut him. You did not answer my question.
And he
just a minute.
Based on what he said,
I will let you continue.
Okay.
But you did not answer my question. When the Constitution in Section 190 that you read says functions of the governor, I ask you, are you saying there are some functions? Are you saying there are some functions he can carry, some functions of the governor that can carry out? There are some that he can't carry out. Are you saying that's what the Constitution says?
I've not said that, but
that's what you're saying, that he does not have the power to do so.
I'm saying that for peace to reign, for you not to be.
That's not law. That's another thing.
What do you mean there is no law?
Ayedatiwa
does not become the deputy governor and now the acting governor on his own.
Let me ask you a question, Barr Ajisafe. You're a politician.
He became that based on the fact that Akeredolu SA out of nowhere to become the deputy governor.
And it's a joint mandate.
It's a joint mandate, but go and read the law.
Barr Ajisafe, you're a politician. Are you not?
You are not allowing me to make
I'm allowing you. You know, people
please.
are also listening to us. People
Yes,
expect
so
you to ask some of the questions.
You will allow me to explain
and then you came late.
my position.
Most of the time, you came late.
Yes.
You would have had enough time.
Yes, the vehicle I was coming in had an issue at Stamrock along the road. The engine burst.
I understand. Go ahead.
So that's what happened. I had to fly Okada here. From Stamrock, that petrol station. That's where I flew Okada to this place.
Go ahead.
Now, what I'm saying is that Akeredolu, none of us knew how Akeredolu decided on my friend Ayedatiwa. And now he has, because of natural consequences, Ayedatiwa, by the grace of God, has now become the acting governor. I will not have come here to say this if some elements, certain people who are known to have been beneficiaries, just like Ayedatiwa, of Aketi's goodness, but who are now turned back to become his most virulent critics and opponents, even when a man is down. I expect that what I expect the acting governor, I wish I still want to encourage him to do, is that rally the troops together. If not for these people that wants to contest with you, for the man that has done you a great honor. I was at the Dome the day they were sworn in, and I knew what Aketi said about our respected acting governor. Anybody who listened to that will shed tears that, look, you have suffered, you have stayed, you have been patient. Against all odds, I decided to pick you. If you remain cooperative, I'm just paraphrasing, if you remain cooperative and this thing, you will enjoy the fruit.
Right, because of our time.
Yes.
Would you agree with me that the first law in this life is self-preservation, especially in politics? Would you agree with me? So, would you blame the deputy governor if you were in his position? You had people on radio, some members of the cabinet on radio, on TV, speak against you before you became acting governor, who had even worked against you becoming acting governor, who also are also protecting their interests because they want to contest. Would you blame Ayedatiwa for trying to also throw the part of self-preservation?
What the acting governor is doing is trying not only to destroy his contemporaries. His action is tilted towards the governor who made him his deputy and we have seen it before in this state. What Ayedatiwa is basically doing, what he wants to do, is to go the Omobori Owo way. That's exactly. Because...
Was Ajashin incapacitated?
Yes, at a point in time, Ajashin, sometimes in 1981, I was in secondary school.
And it was thrown out of the country and it stayed this long.
It doesn't matter whether it was...
Did it stay this long?
Listen now, DBG. Don't...
We're comparing notes.
No, well, you listen to me first, then you bring out the niceties. Or the deliverables.
To fact check some of the things you are saying.
Yes, you have it right. I'm telling you, I was not a small boy then. I was in class 4 in 1981. I was in secondary, not